Wednesday, January 29th. My name is Ellen. We're going to have our advanced conversation class today. So here you can scan the QR code or follow the link, and that way you can join us live in Zoom and you can interact with everybody and practice your conversational skills. I'd love to have everybody join today. Thank you. I'm going to bring in everybody from Zoom so that they can join us and we can talk about our topic today. Hello. Hello, everybody. How are we doing today?
Check if they can hear you well.
Are you able to hear me all right? Is everybody able to hear me? I do think it's maybe a little difficult to see me as well. Is everybody able to hear me okay? Oh, awesome. Thank you, thank you. We're just getting our technology finalized here. Okay. Welcome, welcome, everybody. How are we?
How are you doing?
Good, good. Amazing. Awesome. Happy to see you guys here today. Thank you for joining. I see lots of awesome faces. Amazing. As we join, as more people are joining, my name is Ellen. I'm a teacher here at Approach, and I'm happy to hold the conversation class on Wednesdays with everybody. How's everybody doing today? Where are we coming from?
I'm from Pakistan.
From Pakistan.
Yes.
Amazing. Where else are we from?
Venezuela.
Venezuela. Amazing.
Yeah.
Brazil.
Brazil.
Are you from Brazil?
Amazing. Saleh.
Are you from Brazil, teacher?
I am not from Brazil. I'm from the United States.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Glad to see you.
Thank you. Nice to see you. Saleh, you raised your hand?
Yes,
Where are you from?
I'm from Algeria.
Algeria. Amazing. Where else are we from? Waris, you shared?
Yeah, I'm from Pakistan.
Pakistan. Amazing. Where else are we from?
I'm from India.
From India. Awesome, awesome, amazing. We have a lot of representation here. I love it. I love it. So thank you all for joining us today. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. So what I want to talk about today is in our advanced class, I wanted to talk about some idioms and expressions or proverbs in English. There are many English idioms that we use every day in conversational speech. And learning how to use those idioms or what their meaning is a more advanced skill in English. Idioms are not clear usually with their meaning. It's not the same as what you see in the typical definition of the word. And so I wanted to cover some idioms and expressions today with us. So first things first here, maybe we can zoom in closer so that we can see. I'm sorry, this is a little small. No. So my first question for you guys here, it's all right if you can't see.
I'll type in the chat.
My first question, I wanted to ask you, what English idioms or expressions do you know already? Is there an English idiom or expression that you know before I teach any?
When pigs fly.
When pigs fly. Yes. Who else would like to?
Once in a blue moon.
Once in a blue moon.
Beatriz said break a leg.
Break a leg. Mm-hmm.
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake.
It's raining cats and dogs.
It's raining cats and dogs.
Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.
Ooh, easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's a good one.
Ich pigs fly.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Ich pigs fly.
When pigs fly? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Break the ice.
Break the ice? Yes.
Hold your horses.
Hold your horses. I use that a lot. Amazing. On cloud nine. Wow, you guys are so creative.
Come rain and shine.
Come rain and shine. Mm-hmm.
I'm over the moon.
I'm over the moon.
The apples fall to the tree.
The apples don't fall far from the tree. Yeah, that's a good one. Wow. You guys already have an amazing list. So I see the question here from Break the Ice. Yes. I saw a good question from Joyce that says, what does hold your horses mean? Can anybody answer that for me? Do you know what is hold your horses?
Way here, way there.
I think he's calm down.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute, calm down. Amazing. Any other phrases that we can think of?
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Jonathan, what did you say? Could you repeat that?
A day late and $1 short.
Ooh, a day late and $1 short. You guys you know a lot of good ones.
Cutting corners.
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
Thick with a pinch of salt.
I'm sorry, Habiba, could you repeat that?
Thick with a pinch of salt.
Oh, with a pinch of salt. With a grain of salt, with a pinch of salt. Yes, exactly. Wow.
Cheers the cake.
Yes. Piece of cake. Amazing. We have some really good phrases here.
The apples don't fall far from the tree.
Yeah, I would love to talk about the meanings of all of these. Let's do that. The apples don't fall far from the tree. Does anybody know?
It's better at practice response.
So, the apples don't fall far from the tree means that, for example, your family has their way. Your family is maybe more loud, for example. And then the daughter of the family is also loud. It's about being similar to people, especially people in your family. When you notice that a mother and daughter are very similar, or father and son, the apples don't fall far from the tree. Yeah. And what does I'm over the moon mean? Can anyone tell me? I'm over the moon.
Over the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm at my best, you know?
I'm at my best. I'm so happy. I would say I'm thrilled, maybe. We also had on cloud nine. On cloud nine is very similar. Are there any other expressions that we don't know here that we've talked about?
Feel the
Action
beat.
speaks louder than words.
Actions speak louder than words. What does that mean?
It means your work speaks.
Your work speaks? Yes, definitely. So, when your actions speak louder than words, you may say, I'm sorry, but you need to show through your actions that you mean what you're saying. And so, actions speak louder than words. Carlos, you wanted to add something?
Yes, it's spill the beans.
Spill the beans. That's a good one. What does that mean, Carlos?
Like, don't say the secret right now. Don't wait it anymore.
Exactly. Don't spill the beans. Don't tell the secret. Or if they say, spill the beans, they want to know the secret. Exactly.
Bite off more than you chew.
Bite off more than you can chew. What does that mean?
To try to do more than you can manage.
Exactly. Have you guys ever done that? Have you bitten off more than you could chew? Maybe a time where you had many tasks on your list at work and your boss gives you another task and you say, okay, I'll do it. Or you volunteer for so many things that you don't have any free time. If you bite off more than you can chew, you're stretching yourself short. And that's another one. Good. Anything else?
Comparing apples to orange.
Comparing apples to oranges. That is something that I think happens a lot in the media and in politics and in arguments between a husband and a wife. Comparing apples to oranges, we know that apples and oranges are different fruits. And so trying to compare two things that are different is sometimes too unbelievable. Awesome, awesome. What else did you guys, is there anything on our list in our chat that you don't know?
I have one, miss.
Yes?
Beat around the bush.
To beat around the bush. What does that mean?
It means like when you talk with someone and that one, he doesn't speak, the thing that you want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Like you want to speak directly in the subject you want.
Yes. So when you beat around the bush, you are afraid to really say everything you feel. You don't want to be as direct, maybe. And so you maybe want something from somebody or you need to tell them something, but you're a little scared. And so you beat around the bush. You jump around the subject. Mm-hmm. Amazing.
Kill two birds with one stone.
Kill two birds with one stone. And what does that mean?
To solve two problems with one action.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of times, if you can complete two actions with one solution, you've killed two birds with one stone, and it makes your life a little easier. Obviously, we're not actually killing a bird, and that's why it's an idiom.
And they have another one, miss.
Yeah?
Don't throw rocks if your house with the glass.
Yeah, don't throw rocks with your house of glass. And can you explain that? I know it's difficult.
It means like, I don't know. I don't know how to.
That's okay.
Explain.
No problem.
So it's okay. It's like when you have when you have a problem with yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe someone who knows this problem, and you're trying to talk about that problem with that person. I
Exactly.
didn't know how to explain it.
That's okay. You did a great job. So it's similar to you don't want to judge somebody when there's room for your own judgment. It's exactly you. It's about being kind and not judging someone. Hmm. I see here Anna Christina said a blessing in disguise is also a good one. Yes, a blessing in disguise. What is that? A blessing in disguise. Can anybody tell
Something
me?
that seems bad at first sight,
Hmm.
but turns out to be good.
Yeah, exactly. First, you think it's not so good, and then you realize, oh, this is actually better. And it's a blessing in disguise. Yasmin, you wanted to share?
Yes, I want to share. I beg to differ.
I beg to differ. Ooh, that's a great one. What does that mean, Yasmin?
To politely disagree with someone.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. To politely disagree. I like that.
Yes, yes. I have another idiom.
Yeah?
Put yourself in my shoes.
Yes. Put yourself in my shoes or put your other shoes. Put yourself in
Yes,
someone else's shoes. And that is definitely something that I think is very common. We use this in the United States and in English a lot is put yourself in my shoes or put yourself in their shoes. And
yes.
what does that mean?
To make an effort to imagine how you would feel or act if you were in the same situation.
Mhm. Exactly. You want to think about if you were in this situation, what would you do? Amazing. Thank you. Would anybody else like
Like,
to share?
put yourself
Yes,
in my
ma'am.
situation.
Put yourself
Yes,
in my
ma'am.
situation.
In a
Carlos,
brief.
in a brief, yes, in a brief, we would maybe say in a brief minute. We would
Yes.
usually add like a
Yeah.
time. Yeah, amazing. Thank you.
Speak of devil.
Speak of the devil. What does that mean? If somebody
That
says speak of the devil?
that when someone appears just as you are talking about them. This is
Yeah.
very happened in our life.
Yes. Has that happened to
We're
you
talking
guys?
someone, we are talking to someone, and he appears. If we are using bad words for them, we are shamed.
Yes.
And if we are talking good, then we enjoy that. And we are talking good. We are
Yes, exactly. So if you're talking about somebody and then they walk in the room at that moment, we say, oh, speak of the devil. It doesn't mean that
yeah.
they're the devil, but it's an interesting coincidence. And you hope, oh, I hope I wasn't saying anything bad.
Yeah. In Spanish, it's different because we said talking about the Roman emperor
Uh huh.
who look appear.
Interesting. Interesting. So instead of the devil, it's the Roman emperor. That was something that I actually wanted us to get to as well as if we have anything similar in our native languages or in our cultures. Um, and so we'll get to that here in just a moment so that we can share. That's a wonderful idea. Is there anything else we wanted to share?
throw in
Yes,
the
miss.
towel.
Throw in the towel.
That's mean to give up.
Yes, exactly. You've given up. You throw in the towel. Amazing.
Yes,
With
Yasmin?
the
very
music.
good one.
I think throw the towel. It has something with the boxing.
With the what? I'm sorry, Saleh?
With boxing.
With boxing? Oh, probably. You're right. You're
Yes.
right.
You know, because when the judges say the one opinion is like he's done, they throw a towel inside.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Carlos, I see
Someone,
hitting the books. A, a worm book, we would actually reverse that. We would say a bookworm. A bookworm. But
yes, of course.
that's a great one though. Hitting the books, a bookworm. Amazing.
Someone here said
Better
in a
late
break.
than never.
I'm sorry, Waris, could you repeat that?
Uh, better late than
Feather one's nest, I see here. That's new for me, but I
uh,
think I understand. Amazing. Okay.
Catch
Face
someone
the music.
red-handed.
Oh, I'm sorry. Habiba, could you repeat that?
Catch someone red-handed
Catch someone red-handed. Yes.
means to catch someone while they are doing something wrong,
Correct.
like thieves.
Exactly. If they're doing something, they're stealing something. You see a child
Yeah.
even, a child stealing a cookie, you catch them red-handed.
Yeah,
Yes.
but they aren't shamed. They
No,
enjoy that. I'm
exactly.
doing good.
Exactly. That's funny. Carlos looking for a needle in a haystack. Yes. Wow, we have so many. This is awesome. Pratik, you would like to share?
Someone here said that in a brief we can say two in a nutshell.
In a nutshell, yes. Yes, in a nutshell.
Yes, I wanna share. It's face the music.
Feel the music, yes. And what
Face,
does that
face,
mean?
man, face.
Yes.
Face the music. That's mean dealing with consequences of one's action.
Yes, face the music. Exactly, exactly. Thank you. Okay.
Can I share some idioms?
Yes.
Okay. Once you pack a tip-top shape,
Ooh, tip top shape. I like that one too. That's awesome. Thank you. And what does that mean?
wishing someone uh, to excellent health or condition.
Yes. Diego, you would like to share?
To return to excellent health or condition.
To return to excellent health or condition. Thank you, Yasmin. Amazing. We have so many good ones here. Once in a blue moon. What does that mean? Once in a blue moon.
One time in life.
Once in a while.
Once in a
Very
while.
rarely.
Very rarely. Yes, exactly. So, a blue moon, this is one I actually know some background history. Butter someone up, that's a good one too. Once in a blue moon is actually, I believe it's a full moon that happens 2 times in 1 month, and that's pretty rare. And so that's why we'll say once in a blue moon. What does butter someone up mean?
It meant hello.
Hello.
Yeah, that's mean that you do compliment for someone and he don't deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
To um, uh, I don't have
That's okay.
yeah the expression.
Mm-hmm. No problem. No problem at all.
Can I
It's
give
about
another
compliments.
one?
Hi.
Yeah, I have let let the cat out of the bag.
Ooh, let the cat out of the bag. That's a great one. What does that mean?
Yeah, to ruin a surprise.
Yeah, to bring a surprise, a big secret has been revealed, maybe.
Yes,
Yes,
and
to ruin like um, it's like something was secret and
Mm-hmm.
you come and ruin that one.
Yes. Wow. I saw hit the hay from Pratik. Hit the hay. What does that mean?
And it means to go to bed.
To go to bed, exactly. I'm going to hit the hay. I'm going to go to sleep. Diego, you would like to share?
Yes, teacher. Sorry, I'm late and I lost my connection.
That's okay, no problem.
We have in Brazil idiom that said jump in the head first.
Jump in head first. Yes, we have that in English too. What does that mean? What is jump in head first?
It's like when you committing with something, you know?
Exactly. You're committing. You are saying, I'm going to put all my effort into this.
Yes, yes. In
Exactly.
Brazil, say jump in the head first.
Yes. Meredith, there was something you would like to share?
Yes, someone mentioned that we use let the cat out of the bag, and I just wanted to add that we commonly use spill the beans.
Yes. Spill the beans, let the cat out of the bag. Yes, exactly.
My favorite one is cut to the chase.
Cut to the chase. I like that. Can you explain that?
Yes, it just means to be direct and to stop beating around the bush.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Amazing. The ball is in your court. The tip of the iceberg.
A lot of people do love that idiom.
Yes. You guys have some amazing, amazing idioms and expressions today. What does it mean the ball is in your court?
Like it's up to you.
It's up to you.
Yes, or it could be, it's your turn.
It's your,
For example, we have a conversation and we said, oh, the ball is in your court. It's your, go ahead.
Exactly. It's your turn to speak. Yes.
It's your turn to take action or make a decision.
Amazing. And the tip of the iceberg, what does that mean?
Oh, for example, when you, it could be positive as well, but if something is negative, you say, this is just the beginning. This is just the tip of the iceberg. And people say, oh, it's worse? Yes.
Exactly.
So you say, yes, this is the tip
Yes.
of the iceberg.
I also like to beat the clock.
To beat the clock, that's a great one. That's a great one. I'm trying to do that every day.
Not the rocket science.
It's not rocket science, exactly. And what does that mean? If somebody says it's not rocket science.
It's not very hard.
Yes, it's not very difficult. It's pretty easy, simple. On the tip of my tongue. When do we use this phrase?
I think when you want
To share an idea that comes spontaneously. Something that you say without thinking.
And you say, oh, I don't remember
Yes.
her name.
When you want to express, when you have expression and you don't have the right words.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So if something's on the tip of your tongue, I would use this expression if I'm trying to remember a specific word or a specific phrase, and I know what I want to use, but it's not there. It's kind of a disconnect between the brain and the mouth almost. And we say, it's on the tip of my tongue. And then, oh, I got it. And then we can say it. Exactly. And get someone's goat? Very interesting. Pratik, what is get?
Come to those who wait.
Yes, good things come to those who wait. And I would say,
To have a patience.
yes. Yes. Amazing.
Spill the beans.
Spill the beans. That's a popular one today. We love spill the beans. Awesome. Amazing. You guys have some really, really good idioms, expressions, proverbs. So what I would love to do now is I would love to put you in breakout rooms together just for a few minutes. And I want you to share if you have any of these expressions in your language, or if you have some new ones to share. So we're just going to spend a few minutes together in some breakout rooms, and then we'll come back, and I want us to share our expressions. All right, so we're going to have that just for a few minutes, and then we'll come back together. Amazing. Birds of a feather flock together. It makes me think of the Billie Eilish song, Birds of a Feather, as well. Yes, birds of a feather flock together. Things that are the same typically stay together. Amazing, amazing. Like two peas in a pod.
Excuse me, miss.
Yes,
And if we are not breaking down right now, so can I share the meaning of my idiom?
yes.
Now my word is get someone good. So that's the mean when I'm using this word to irritate someone very badly. Then we use that word to get someone good.
Nice. Amazing. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so we're all set for breakout rooms. So we're just going to spend a few minutes there and talk about what idioms we have in our language. For those of you that are on YouTube joining us in the stream, while we don't have breakout rooms on YouTube, I'm sorry, you can spend this time to think about it as well. What proverbs, idioms, expressions do you have in your first language, in your culture? Are there expressions that you use often, that you use in your everyday speech? Or are there expressions that maybe they used to use in the past often, but now it's a little outdated or old? And think about what times or when you use these expressions. That's definitely important as we try to have a more advanced conversational level in English. Doing that includes using a lot of idioms or understanding idioms that native speakers of English are using. If you're on a business trip to the United States, or if you're living in the United States, and you hear this kind of strange phrase that you don't understand, kill two birds with one stone, but if you understand that it's an idiom, then you'll know also the meaning and the context of when native speakers or you could use that idiom. And so that's something to think about here, is where they came from, where these idioms began. Some of them began many, many years ago, a long time ago. And other idioms can be newly developed over time as we have more media and, for example, TikTok. And so I think that would be amazing for us to think about when we are using these expressions. Here, if you can see, we have our QR code for our friends on YouTube. Scan this QR code and you can join us live here on Zoom. We would love to have you here. It's a great time to practice your conversation. Today we started at 3 o'clock and we will finish around 4, but we also have class Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, not only Wednesday. The FECC, the Free English Conversation Classes, we started these back in 2020 during the pandemic because we wanted to give back to the community and really have an option to practice our English. And so we're happy to offer these classes still 5 years later in 2025. I remember when we first began our conversation classes, and it was so exciting. And I'm happy to still be with them now today and on another level. It's amazing to see the people who join. How is it going, everyone here? Daniela, how are you? Amazing. Thank you, thank you. So something that you can do is we can join. Our friends are coming back and we will talk together about what idioms or expressions we could find in our language and their first native language. And we will share together here. Okay. Sepida, how are you?
Hi, nice to
It's
see
been a
you.
long time.
Yeah. Happy to see you.
Happy to
Sorry for
see you. I could
delaying.
never forget you, never.
Thank you. Same here. I'm very excited that you're again our teacher.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay.
How's the life?
Everything's very good. It's amazing. How about you?
Nice. Yeah. Same old, same old.
Awesome. Okay, my friends, we are back. So I would love to hear from you guys. I have you here on my screen as well so I can see you up close. Please tell me. Let's start with Hassan. Can you tell me an expression in your first language?
In my first language.
Yes.
Let me see. I don't remember now.
It can be in
Como
English.
anillo al dedo. Como anillo al dedo.
Oh, and what does that mean?
That when you something you maybe you get something and it's match to you.
Amazing. That is so interesting. As a ring to your finger. Thank you, Hassan, for sharing. Thank you. And Carlos, would you like to share? In Spanish, is there an idiom that is similar?
Yes, in Spanish is al que madruga recoge agua clara. It's like if you wake up early, you can grab clear water from the
Ooh,
river.
we have something in English that's very similar. Does anybody know the English expression?
Early bird catches worm.
Yeah, the early bird catches the worm. It's the same idea. Varis, you could go ahead and share.
In Urdu, we say "Abel mujhe maar," and in English, "Bull come bull and hit me."
Nice, amazing. Habiba, you can share.
And in our language, in Urdu, we said एक तीर से दो शिकार, and in English, we said that kill two birds with one stone.
Nice. So you guys have the same in your language. That's amazing. In Urdu. Pratik?
Yes, ma'am. In Hindi, we can say Aapka Tara. That's in English, I sunshine, and it's a meaning. You are very, like, you are very precious for me.
Yeah, somebody who's kind of bright and beautiful. Amazing. That's so cool. Awesome. Is there anybody else that would like to share? Diego?
Because we have in my language dois coelhos com uma cajadada só. And
Two
in
spoons?
English, yes, because in English I think is two birds with one hawk.
Yeah.
Like that. But we don't use birds.
No,
We
you
use
spoon.
rabbit.
Yeah. Oh, a rabbit, a rabbit. That's the word. My Portuguese
Yes.
is still improving. Two rabbits. Interesting. Yes, two birds with one stone, two rabbits with one stone. Amazing. Varis, go ahead.
In Urdu, we say "Magarmach ke aansu," and in English, "crocodile tears."
Very cool. Thank you. Joyce?
Well, yeah, in my language, we have that I share with my class with my partner, and it's Chuya Vida.
Mm-hmm.
In Spanish, Chuya Vida, that means that you have to enjoy every moment as if it were the last, because you only live once.
Mm-hmm. You only live once. Exactly. Habiba?
In my language, we said अच्छा करोगे. In English, we said do good, have good.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Thank you. Amazing. Are there any other expressions that are similar to the English expressions that you have?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah.
In Brazil, have expressions. Uh, when you wish good luck for someone,
Mm-hmm.
you say shit, merda.
Yeah.
Is this similar break like the
Mm-hmm.
USA?
Interesting. Interesting. And so we say break a leg, like good luck, somebody's going to do something, break a leg, but you guys, that's interesting. I mean, every language has their own form. Exactly. Diego, did you want to share?
I have a question. We have in Brazil where is smoke, that is fire. Do we
Yeah.
have two?
Yeah, we have something very, I would say basically the same. Exactly. And it has the same meaning. Can you explain what that means?
It's like if you have some clue about something, it's because exists, something like that, you know?
It's sometimes the easiest answer is the obvious answer, Occam's razor.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
exactly. Exactly. Amazing. Thank you guys. Anybody else? Okay.
Maybe sat on the fence. Here in Brazil, we use like em cima do muro. If you're sat on the fence, você está em cima do muro,
Mm-hmm.
in Portuguese.
Sitting on the fence, what does that mean? If you're sitting on the fence.
It's like
When you're undecided.
Yes, you're undecided. You're trying to decide what to do. You're on the fence. Mm-hmm. And do you feel like you use these expressions in your daily life? Do you use a lot of, in your first language, of course, but do you feel like you use these expressions a lot?
On the fence, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
I do.
I do, personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes, me too.
Kinda.
Yeah.
What about in English? Is that common or not so much?
It is. It is. I would say it's actually so common that people use it quite a lot when they're trying to talk about a decision. Mm-hmm. Carlos, you wanted to share?
Yes, in Spanish we would use todo esfuerzo tiene su recompensa. Like all great endeavor has been awarded.
Yes, definitely. All your great efforts, all your endeavors are going to be rewarded. Yes. Sepida?
Yeah, we have we have an expression which says "morgen gaan zij roden zijn," which means the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence.
Yes, the grass
But actually, literal meaning means the neighbor's chicken is as big as a goose.
Interesting. I like that. And the neighbor's chicken is as big as a goose. The grass is greener on the other side. Yeah. And Jonathan, I see your comment here. It's the same for you. Yes, yes. Jonathan, you're from Brazil?
Yeah, I'm from Brazil.
Amazing, yes. So that makes sense if you understand. Awesome. Would anybody else like to share?
Yes, can I share?
Yes.
In my language, in Arabic, we say إذا كان الكلام من ذهب فالسكوت من فضة. It means if talking was silver, the silent is gold.
Yes.
Yeah, when you like when you talk with somebody, but it's keep going argue with you. It's
Mhm.
better to to silent to leave him alone.
Yes. Thank you, Niza, for sharing. Wow, these are some awesome, awesome idioms. And I love hearing you guys' first language. It's just so interesting, personally. This soul wants to pray. Ooh, Diego, what does that mean?
It's like when I interest in another people
Mm-hmm.
that date, and it show me interest in the people.
Yes.
Like so.
Interesting. That's new for me. Is that in Portuguese?
Yes. Essa alma que reza.
Okay. Carlos, no todo lo que brilla es oro. My Spanish is not amazing. Cassia, that was new for you too?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it depends on where you're from too in the country.
We have something similar in Portuguese.
Yeah.
Nem tudo que reluz é ouro.
Yeah, yes. Not
Yeah.
all that's bright is gold. We have a phrase, not all that glitters is gold. It's the same idea, we just use a different verb, glitters. Not all that glitters is gold. Joyce.
We have another, and that is Wawa que no llora, no mama. And that means that if you don't ask for something, you won't get it.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. We need that in
So
English.
you can explain exactly, Joyce, why we say mama? I mean,
Yes, tell me why.
Mama is when basically when the baby eat the milk, drink drink the milk.
breastfeed, yeah.
Yep.
I
You
understand.
cry.
Yes, the baby cries, gets the milk.
Yeah.
Makes sense, makes sense.
We have in Brazil the same.
Yes. And it's funny, here, I don't think we have something like that in the United States, but it makes sense if you translate it to English. It makes perfect sense. Wow. You guys have some really good ones. Something.
It's similar when you say, but you can try, just knock the doors.
Yeah.
So, que no llora la mama, like if you don't cry,
Yeah,
you
nothing
don't
will
get the
happen.
milk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's so interesting. And oh, by the skin of your
The same.
I'm sorry, Sepida?
Sorry to interrupt, but we have also the same. We say Bachi Shirin Ifonem, Madad Shirin. Means just the same.
That's so cool.
If you don't run, you won't get milk.
So I bet you it's pretty universal then. Because it seems like it's in many parts of the world. That's pretty cool. Anna Christina, I see, by the skin of your teeth. Yes. What does that mean, by the skin of your teeth? You're doing something by the skin of your teeth.
Like when you got a grade on a test, but just barely.
Yes. Exactly. For example.
And we have something similar in Portuguese that is like foi por pouco ou foi por triz.
Amazing. That's so interesting. And it changes a little bit of the words too. Triste, sadness, un poco. Cool. That's so cool. By the skin of your teeth, definitely, for example, an exam that you're taking and you need to score 50 points and you score 51. You just pass by the skin of your teeth. It would be so scary if our teeth had skin. That's again, the point of the idiom is that it doesn't make sense literally. Joyce, is there something else you would like to share?
Well, I don't know a lot of great expressions I am not get to use in my in my routine diary. So I don't know.
No, that's okay. I'm just checking. Habiba? Habiba, would you like to share?
In our language we said that दीवारों के भी कान होते हैं. In English, even wall have ears.
No, even walls have ears. I think we have something similar in English to that. And it definitely is true. Don't give a fish, but teach
How do
me
you say
fish.
that? Sorry, how do you say that? Even walls have ears?
Even walls have ears. It's anybody can listen. Somebody may be always listening. In English, even walls have ears.
Yeah,
I would
we
say,
have the same.
yeah, I think we could say the same
We
thing
have
in English.
one.
Like, take care of your words that you're saying because it's like there's someone listening, you know?
Yes, thank you, Tharwa.
We say divan kuşları kuşanmıştır. Means that the wall has a mouse and mouse has ears.
That's true. That's so true. Oh, Neza said, don't give a fish, but teach me fishing. Interesting. We have give a man a fish, he eats for a day. Teach a man to fish, he eats for his lifetime. Yeah.
Means you teach me how to work, how I feed myself.
Exactly. We don't want to just give somebody something. We want to teach them a tool that they can use forever. Oh, Carlos, you've shared una persona antiparabolica, a bulletproof person to have a thick skin. Yeah. Do you feel like you are this kind of person? Do you have a thick skin?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. This is a
Yes.
This is a phrase we use in English a lot. We use this phrase a lot to have I have a thick skin. It doesn't bother me what they tell me. If you have a thick skin, you can ignore what the critics are saying. Yes. Diego said, you broke my legs. Tell me about that, Diego. You broke my legs.
In my language, você quebrou minhas pernas. It's very common in Northeast from Brazil. I don't know in the other states. I said, can you explain? You broke my legs.
In USA, break a leg.
Break a leg?
Good look.
Yes. And it's the same thing here in Portuguese?
No. In Northeast, it's different.
It's different?
Like when you disturb someone, you know?
I see. Interesting. So if you're in the northeast of Brazil and you say this, people will understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Very
And
common.
the Middle West too.
Okay. So maybe it's a couple. Yeah.
Just like this.
Interesting.
Something butter you.
Yeah.
People butter you.
Oh.
And it's something sudden, sudden
Yeah.
that you didn't expect.
Yes.
And happens and disturbs you a lot.
Interesting.
A wild change.
Wow. Thank you, guys, my Brazilians. Thank you so much for giving me that important minute. We have just 1-2 minutes left. We're almost done, so we're just going to wrap up shortly. Habiba, did you want to share?
Yeah, teacher. In our language, we said इंसान अपने अमालों से पहचाना जाता है. In English, the tree is known by its fruits.
Ooh, the tree is known by its fruits. That's really interesting. It reminds me of the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Wow, thank you for sharing. Wow, we had some really, really good brainstorm today. We could make the biggest list of idioms of all time, I think. And they all are so useful, and we're using them every day in English. In my personal life, I use them a lot. So we're going to wrap up for today, and I just want to remind you guys that we have class every day, Monday through Friday, and you can join us on the link. You can join us on YouTube. You can join us in multiple ways. And so for those of you on Zoom, I really appreciate you being here today, and it was so great to speak with you all. I really hope we can have a great conversation again next week.
Teacher?
Yeah.
Thank you.
In Saturday, there is a class conversation.
Some Saturdays. So right now, I am doing every other Saturday. So I did Saturday last week, and this week I do not have Saturday, but the following February 8th, we will. So the Saturday is about every 2 weeks, but Monday through Friday is every single week. All right.
Okay.
Oh, I like that. See you later, alligator. That's a good one, Carlos. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much here. Thank you guys on YouTube. I really appreciate you being here and joining us. Next time, join us on Zoom and have a conversation. I would love to speak with you, and I'll see you again next week.